Everybody. We are back in our classroom and we're going to do our calendar center again just like we did yesterday. Like I said yesterday, if you are in person, we will be doing calendar center every morning to get our day started. So the first thing that we do in our calendar center is go over the actual calendar. So we talked about the month yesterday. Does anybody remember what month it is? Maybe not. Well, the month is September. So if you were in the room with us, I would put my hand at my chin and I would say the name of the month, and then I would point to you and you would repeat it. So if you are at home watching, anytime that I put my hand at my chin, be a real good listener, because chances are I'm going to point to you and it will be your turn to say whatever it is that I just said. You're going to repeat what I said. So I'm going to start out with, the month is September. And then you would repeat September. Yesterday, the day of the week was Tuesday. And there are 7 days in a week. And so we're just going to say the days of the week. You can say them with me if you know them. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yesterday's day of the week was Tuesday. So today's day of the week is Wednesday. So let's say that the day of the week is Wednesday. And then you would say Wednesday. Now Miss Boland likes to put a little camel up here on Wednesday because a couple years ago there was a commercial out with the camel talking about it being hump day. And so we like to nickname Wednesday as hump day. It's right in the middle of the week, and it's just like on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday we're going up the hill. We hit the top of the hill or the hump on Wednesday, and then we go down on Thursday, Friday, and get into the weekend on Saturday. So the day of the week is Wednesday. Yesterday was the first day of September. So after the number 1, when we're counting, comes the number 2. So today is the second day of September. So we're going to get a green circle for today. And the shape that's on our calendar this month is a circle. And we had orange yesterday, and today we have the color green. And we'll learn maybe tomorrow or the next day why we have 2 different colors on our calendar. So I'm going to write the number 2 on our green circle and stick it underneath the day of the week, Wednesday. Okay, so we've talked about the month being September. The day of the week is Wednesday. It's the second day of September. And then over here we have the year. So the year is going to stay here, this same number, until the very last day of December. So right now the year is 2020. So if you're at home, just repeat after me. The year is 2020. 2020. So then we're going to come back and say our whole date. So we would say today is, and it's your turn, September 2nd, 2020. And then it's your turn. Then we're going to go over to our pocket chart. My computer, what's it doing? Okay. We're going to come over to our straw pocket chart, and we're counting our straws for each day that we are at school. So yesterday we had 2 straws, and that represented us being in school for 2 days, and we had the number 2 up here in our ones place on our straw pocket chart. So if we were in school, our line leader that got chosen to have the job for the line leader would come up and help me count straws. But I don't have a line leader because you all are at home. So I'm going to get my straws out from yesterday and the day before, and we're adding another straw. So I did have 2, now I added another straw, so we have to count all of them to see how many we have all together. So anytime we're counting objects that we can move, make sure if you hold them in one hand as you're counting, you're moving them away from the group so you know that the ones that are over here have already been counted and these are left that need to be counted. So we have 1, 2, 3, and when we count our straws, you can count with me. So if you're at home, let's count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So now we have 3 straws. So I need to look in my little chart here where my numbers are, and I have to take out the number 2, and now I'm putting in the number 3. So today is day 3 of school, and we have 3 straws. Then if you look on our counting chart, on the first day of school we turned over the number 1. Yesterday we turned over the number 2, and what number comes after 2? Scream it real loud if you know what number comes after 2. 3. So we're going to turn this card over, and that's the number 3. So now we're going to point under the numbers, and I want you to count and say that name of that number as we're counting. We're starting at the top of our chart, and we're pointing to the numbers and counting from the left to the right, top to bottom. So we have 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, this morning, well, technically I guess it's afternoon, but this afternoon I'm going to read you a story or a little poem. And we talked about rhyming words yesterday. Remember, we read the story, the little poem about Jack and Jill. They went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. We talked about rhyming words. And if you remember, words that rhyme are words that sound alike at the end of a word. So I gave you examples yesterday of cat and hat. We had at and at. So they both ended in that at word family. So the beginning sounds were different, but the ending part of the word stayed the same. So when you have words that have the same ending part, or they sound alike at the end, they will rhyme. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to read a story about these fish. And in the story, while I'm reading it, I want you all to listen and see if you can hear some words that rhyme, words that sound alike at the end of the word. So the title of the story that we're reading is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the title of the story are using number words, okay? So we're going to be talking about number words also today. So just listen the first time through, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on the right. Did you hear any words that sounded alike at the end of the word? I heard several words that rhyme. So we're going to go back and read it one more time. And this time we're going to listen for rhyming words, and we're going to use our highlighter tape and highlight the words that rhyme. So listen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. So I want you to say those 2 words. So listen. 5 alive. Now you say it. 5 alive. And if you listen real close, they sound alike. At the end we have I've, I've. They both end with that I've sound, or that last part of the word says I've, and that's the same. So those 2 words rhyme. So I'm going to get some blue highlighter tape, and we're going to highlight the word 5 and the word alive, so that when I see my story, I can see that the words 5 and alive are the same color, so they rhyme with each other. Okay, let's go to the next set of words. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let them go again. So we have 10 again. So you say those. 10 again. 10 again. Those both end with the sound or the part of the word in. To in, again. Okay? So those words definitely rhyme with each other. So this time I'm going to use red. And we're going to highlight the word 10 and the word again. And I never do a great job at pulling off enough tape. Okay. All right, let's look at the next couple of lines. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. So right here are two more words that rhyme. We have go and so. We have g-o, s-o. They both end in that long O sound. So those words rhyme. So I want you to say those rhyming words. Go, so. Go, so. Good job. So now I'm going to get green. And these words are really short, so hopefully I'll pull off enough tape. Go and so. There we go. Okay. So far I've got 5 and alive highlighted in blue. 10 again are highlighted in red. Go, so are highlighted in green. So we're not finished with our story yet. Let's listen to the last 2 lines and see if we hear any more words that rhyme. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on the right. So we have the words bite, right. So we have b-ite, r-ite. Both of those words end with that "at" sound, or the last part of those words are the same. So those 2 words rhyme also, and I want you to say those words for me. Ready? We have bite, right. Your turn. Bite, right. Good job. All right. Now, I'm going to highlight bite pink and right pink. So now you'll see that the words that rhyme have matching colors. Blue is 5 alive. Red, 10 again. In green I have go, so, and in pink we have bite, right. Okay? Now, in this story, we're counting the fish that we see. And on our page we have all different kinds of fish, all different colors of fish, different sizes of fish, different shapes of fish. There's all kinds of different fish on this page. So this time what we're going to do is, as I say the number words, I want you to use your fingers. We're going to count to 5 on our fingers. Hold up your finger to represent each number word that I'm saying. Okay? It's going to be a little bit hard for me to do and hold the book, but I'll try if you all try with me. Okay? So let's go. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Now we've got to keep our 5 up because now we're going to go on to the larger numbers and make 6. So we already got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on the right. Okay? So one more time we're going to count. I'm going to put my book down so that I can count a little bit better, and I want you all to count with me. Let's put all of our fingers at 0, and we're going to start counting at 1. Ready? Anytime we start counting at 1, we always put up our pointer finger, not our thumb. We're going to put up our pointer finger to start at 1. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you do 6, make sure you start with your pointer finger. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 fingers, and there were 10 fish in our story. Okay? So we've talked about some numbers today, numbers 1 through 10. We've looked at the words that spell the name of the number. We've talked about some rhyming words. Okay? Remember yesterday we talked about names and how Jack and Jill are very special people, and everybody is special, and everybody's name always begins with an uppercase capital letter. So make sure when you all are practicing writing your name at home, and I hope that you are, me and Miss Bowen hope that you're practicing writing your names at home, at least be practicing your first name. Let's master our first names, and then we can start on our last name. But when you are writing your first name, make sure that the first letter in your name is uppercase. All the other letters should be lowercase when you're writing your names, okay? So yesterday we talked about 2 letters, and we talked about the letter A, and we talked about the letter B. Okay, we have A and B, and these are the uppercase letters for letter A and letter B. Okay, so these are letters. We talked about letters A and B yesterday, but today while we were reading, we talked about numbers in our story. So there's a difference between a letter and a number, okay? So letters are used to make words. So for example, if I were going to write someone's name, like yesterday we had the little girl in the story whose name was Jill. So I would use the letters J-I-L-L to write her name, okay? Those are letters, J, lowercase I, L-L to write the name Jill. Jill is a word. That's a name. So we use letters when we are writing words. Well, there's also numbers. Like today we were reading the story 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 about fish. And so if we were going to write a number, for example, I might write the number 3. Here is the number 3. Okay? So we have letters, and letters are used to spell things and make words. Then we have numbers, and numbers tell us how many of something. So I might draw 3 dots down here. 1, 2, 3. In our straw pocket chart today, we had 3 straws that represented us being in school for 3 days. So remember that letters are used to make words, and numbers are used to tell us how many of something we have. So there is a difference between a letter and a number, okay? So if you all are working on some extra stuff at home, you all might want to make some flashcards, and you might want to put some letters on a flashcard and some numbers on a flashcard. And even if you don't know exactly what that letter is, maybe just make sure that you realize that, hey, this is a letter, and this over here is a number, and you might go through and make you a pile and sort them and put all the letters together and all of the numbers together in a pile. Even if you're not sure what that number is or what that letter is, maybe just practice becoming aware that one is a letter and one is a number, okay? Now, also this week in your Odyssey Wear, you all have been talking about syllables. One of your lessons in Odyssey Wear is about syllables. And I'm sure that there is a video in there that kind of explains syllables. So what a syllable is how many parts are in a word. So usually when we're in kindergarten, when we're in here in person and everybody's sitting on the rug, we'll do a couple of lessons about syllables. And a real easy way to figure out how many syllables are in a word is to clap the word. So for example, if I were going to do the word, let me think of one that would be kind of easy. If I were going to do the word Batman, my little boy came with me just a little while ago. I went and picked him up, and he came to school with me, and he's wearing a Batman mask. So if I wanted to clap the word Batman to see how many syllables it is, I would just clap while I'm saying that word. So for example, we would do Batman. I can clap 2 times, 2 full times while I'm saying that word. So the word Batman has 2 syllables. Usually really short words only have 1 syllable. For example, if I were doing the number word 5 and I said 5, and you repeat it, 5. If I were going to clap it, I would only need to clap 1 time while I say it. So I would do 5. You try to clap it with me this time. Ready? Go. 5. 1 time. I clapped one time, so that word 5 only has one syllable. It's only made up of one part. Okay? All right, let's do another word. Let's do the word, turtle. Say it with me. Turtle. Turtle. Let's clap it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Turtle. How many times did you clap? Should have clapped 2 times. Let's do it again. Ready? On 3, we're going to say turtle. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Turtle. How many times did you clap? Should have been 2 times. Okay, let's do an easy one. Let's do fox. Say the word. Fox. Good. Now we're going to clap it together on 3. I'm going to count to 3. And after I say 3, you say the word fox and clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fox. How many times did you clap? Only 1 time. Fox is a short word. It's only made up of one part. So we only clap 1 time. Okay? What if I were going to do the word, if you look over here on our chart, we have the word calendar above our calendar. So let's clap it and see how many syllables are in the word calendar. But first I want you to say it with me. Ready? Calendar. Now you say it. Calendar. All right, very good. So now we're going to clap it. On 3, I'm going to say calendar. You say the word too as we clap. And let's see how many syllables it has. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Calendar. How many times did you clap? If you can show me on your fingers, show me how many times you clap. 3 times. Okay? Let's try it again. I'm going to say the word and then you're going to repeat it. Calendar. Very good. Now I'm going to count to 3. When I get to 3, you say the word and clap it with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Calendar. And then show me on your fingers how many times you clapped. Should have been 3 times. Good job. Okay. So on your Google Classroom, this week you all have had some rhyming activities, some syllable counting. I know you've been doing syllables on Odysseyware also. We've talked about a lot of stuff the past 2 days. We've learned about letters A and B. We've talked about names. We've talked about some number words while we read our story. We've clapped some syllables. And don't be afraid if you didn't catch on to everything yesterday and today, because these are things that we'll do every single day when we do our recording. Okay? So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and work hard. And if you need anything, you let me and Miss Bolin know. Bye.